Okay, so let's get into this chart of PHUN, ticker symbol PHUN. But before I get into this, please remember I am not a financial advisor. Everything you see in my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I may or may not be taking these trades, so please make all of your own trading decisions. I'm just trying to show you the best looking trades that I see in the market right now that are setting up. And if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any future trading ideas that I might see. But getting into this daily chart of PHUN, normally I don't like looking at these charts. I don't know about you guys, but when you get like a huge candle like this and then, everything else just looks really distorted, I usually end up just passing these things up because it makes it a little bit more difficult to see the current trading opportunities. But if I zoom in a little bit closer and get this big mess off the chart, we can see that PHUN has been fading down to the 50-period simple moving average, and it looks like it is starting to find some support. You can see the last week or so, it has found support at that 50-period simple moving average and held above it. Yesterday, we had a big green candle on above average volume. It's pulling back a little bit today, but it's pulling back on a lighter volume, which of course is a good thing. But this tells me when you see a little formation like this going on, this stock is trying to carve out a bottom. So when I see something like this, I go to the 15-minute chart and try to look at the structure of the bottoming formation, see if I can find some clearly defined support and resistance areas. And what we see with PHUN, we got a pretty decent looking resistance area right here just above 360 a share. Let me make this a little bit easier to see. We can see we have broken above it twice and it has failed. So normally if you see something like that, you're thinking it's probably going to have a hard time getting above it. But if you look at what's going on below it, you can see we have a upper trend line, or a lower trend line, I'm sorry, starting to form, and we got some higher lows starting to form. So what this is doing, it's giving us a very well-defined trade. So if you get a break above this resistance area, this is going to be my trigger to buy the stock. And if we get a break below that lower trend line, that's going to be my well-defined area to get out of this trade because it's probably not going to work. Now, nobody knows if a trade is going to work before it happens. If somebody tells you that, either they're way smarter than I am or they're having fun with you. But what I like to do is look for trades like this that look like they're starting to carve out a bottom, because normally before a stock goes on a halfway decent uptrend, after it's been in a downtrend, it has to carve out that bottom first. It's got to put a nice foundation in, and we can see we got a little bit of an inverted head and shoulders pattern sort of going on here. Got a well-defined resistance area that if we get a break, that is going to be my trigger to get into the stock. And if we do get another failure, which it obviously could happen, like I said, I have no idea what the future holds. This is the amount of risk that I am going to have in this trade. And for me, it looks like a pretty decent risk reward trade to put on. Plus, the stock is really starting to bottom, and this thing, once this gets moving, it can move really fast. So this kind of stock is not for the faint of heart. But when stocks move fast like this, it presents some pretty nice trading opportunities. So I think this is a pretty nice potential trade setting up in PHUN. But let's get into another stock right now. All right, that next one I want to get into is ISPC, and we can see that ISPC has been a high flyer over the last several weeks or so. It had a big up move today, but is starting to sell off. Now, this one comes with some higher risk than the other trade, but the caveat with this one is that this type of formation has a little bit of a higher failure rate. But when this pattern does work, when a stock is making this type of formation, this thing can really explode. So that's like the trade-off. This one has a little bit lower probability, but the payoff actually has a higher potential, because when these things explode after a pattern like this, you see them quite more often than not take out that old high, and that old high is all the way up there at $29 a share. Now that seems like a stretch, but you know, when the stock was all the way down here at $10 and you had this old high right here at about 18, a blast above that old high at 18 probably seemed a little bit far-fetched, but it did it in one single day. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen with this stock, but you know, I think that is a possibility because this thing still has a ton of momentum pouring into the stock. But let's go to the 15-minute chart and I'll show you the trade that I see setting up. You can see it's a very similar formation to PHUN. You can see it's starting to carve out a nice little bottom, and we got a well-defined resistance area right here. So this would be my signal to enter the stock if we get a clean break. Oops, let me see if I can situate that a little bit better. Yeah, that's close enough. But if we get a break above this level right around 17, I think we have a possibility of catching that next leg up. Now, like I said, sometimes when a stock has run as far as it has and it starts to make this formation, it can be a bull trap. So if I end up getting stopped into this stock over 17, I am going to keep a tight leash on these ones because, like I said, these things have a little bit of a higher failure rate when they've already been, you know, moving up like this. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are trapped in this stock right here, and a lot of them probably bought in the mid to upper 20s. It's all the way down to $15 a share. That's why you see those failure rates, because a lot of these people that are sitting on this stock, they're like, you know what, if this thing gets anywhere close to $20 again, I'm getting out of this dog, and, you know, I'll take my loss and move on to something else. So that's what we have to be aware of with a stock that's making this type of pattern. But sometimes there's so much enthusiasm that comes into a stock that's been a high flyer like this that it can easily take out that old high. So ISPC is looking good at the moment as well. All right, so now I'm going to get into my trading activity for the day. But before I do that, I just want to remind you, I do have a Patreon group that is only $9.99 a month. So if you'd like to join our small trading community, that link is down there in the description. But you can also help out the channel by simply liking the smash button if you don't mind. And also, if you see anything setting up in the market, please leave it for me down there in the comment section. I can't see everything that's going on with the market, so any help you guys can give me would be greatly appreciated. I've taken several trades that past viewers have left for me down there in the comment section, so thank you to everyone who's taken the time to you know, put their thoughts down there in the comment section for me. But let's get into this trade. If you're new to the channel, I like to take a scalp trade early in the morning. I like to trade stocks that are gapping up big in the pre-market, and once they break the high of the first 15 minutes, I like to buy that breakout and sell just a little bit higher, maybe 3, 4, 5% higher, and you know, kind of take that trade. But the one that I made today was an ENSC, and spoiler alert, this one did not work out. But let me show you how it played out. Let's go to the minute chart. Let me back it up here. It'll take me just a second to situate this a little bit better. Let's see if I can... there we go. All right, well, the stock gapped up, it pulled back, and then it started to round up. This is what I like to see, and then I like to buy on the break of the first 15 minutes or so. So I was stopped in right about here at $5.73. I put in my profit order at $6.09, and unfortunately, it did not make it there. It turned around and stopped me out at $5.33, and I put in my stop loss order higher than that, and this is like the third or fourth trade in a row where I got a really bad fill on my my stop loss. So unfortunately, I got skinned alive again on the back end, but it does happen. But one point that I wanted to make is this has been, I think, my fourth losing trade out of the past 5 that I have taken. Now, before that, I had made money on 8 out of 9. So something is changing in the market. And what is changing is these breakouts are just not going as far as they were before. So I know that because I've been taking notes on these trades, and if you're not taking notes on your trades, you're really doing yourself a disservice, because this will point out not only changes that you need to make in your trading, but changes that are happening in the market. So what I need to do is start taking my profits just a little bit sooner. So if you notice, in some of your past trades, especially if you're a breakout trader, you know that sometimes the market environment breakouts are working fantastic and sometimes they are failing left and right. Well, if you take a look at some of your breakout trades, you're going to notice that a lot of them will go a little bit before they end up turning around. So what I like to do in my trading is just start taking my profits sooner. Now, another caveat that I want to point out is when the market starts changing, when I first started trading way back when, I would be hesitant to start increasing my position size until I had a lot of evidence that the market had shifted. And by the time all of that evidence comes in, like when you have, say, 6, 7, 8, 9 winning trades in a row, the market, starts to swing the other way. So I would start putting the pedal to the metal, so to speak, a little bit too late. You start having 5, 6, 7, 8 trades in a row that work out for you. You start thinking to yourself, I'm the greatest trader that has ever lived, and everybody is going to be writing books about me. And then you start picking up the size because you start wanting to make a little bit more money. Well, that's actually usually when the market starts to swing the other way. So what I like to do is try to put the pedal to the metal a little bit sooner. At least that's what I've been doing, the last several years, and I know that it works out better. And also with this trade right here, when I have trades that are not working, this loss was my 4th loss out of the last 5 trades. And what I did is I took a smaller position, and so my loss was actually a little bit smaller. So what I'm doing now that I wasn't doing years ago is I'm recognizing when the market conditions are shifting and I'm making my adjustments accordingly. Now, like in my past trading, when I would have 3 or 4 losing trades in a row, what I would try to do is do a little bit of revenge trading and take a bigger position than I probably should have been doing. And what that would do is accelerate my losses when the market wasn't in that type of market where like breakouts were working. Well, now, when the market starts to shift, I start, putting the pedal to the metal a little bit sooner, and then I get to take advantage of those, usually that group of winning trades that comes afterwards. So hopefully, you guys can take that information and maybe help your trading out a little bit. Maybe you've noticed that in the past, like when you start having trades that are failing. Sometimes it's just breakouts are not working or they're not going as far as they used to be. So it's getting close to your profit, but it's turning around on you. This is something that I've learned over the last several years or so, just to kind of recognize the market environment. And like I said, if you are, taking notes on your trades, you'll start to notice these little things, and then you can make those adjustments to improve your results. Okay, everyone, that is all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, or if you have any other ones you want me to take a look at, please leave it down there in the comments section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.